Hi, this is going to give you an overview and an example for the midterm presentations. The one thing I want to stress is that what you're turning in is a draft, and I'm going to be giving you feedback on it. But I want you to start thinking about a health disparity that we've talked about in class to date. This has to be something that we've talked about in class to date. So it could be either food insecurity, the opiate crisis, healthcare access. And if you remember, health disparities are something that where you see a difference, that you're seeing it in a health condition between a race, ethnicity, a social income status, sexual orientation, gender, disability status, geographic location, or any combination of these. The reality is that when you look at health disparities, it's about a difference between two groups or a group of people. So I'm going to show you an example of that. And then health inequities really looks at systems. There's something that's unjust in the system. So for this learning outcome for the midterm, I really want you to define what is the health disparity you're looking at. You highlight one disparity, and then you look at the underlying causes and the health inequities. And then you start to think about what strategies there are to address this. So you really have 4 big points on your PowerPoint. And then what you're going to do is you're going to expand on that. So this is going to be your draft for your final project. So you're going to start thinking about your final project. You're going to work on your draft for your final project. Does that mean it needs to be complete? No. And the other thing too, if you put all text in the PowerPoints or you just copy and paste something, if I don't see something kind of like where you're starting to research a problem, that's what I'm looking for here. I'm looking for you to be thinking about that. So remember now, health disparities is a difference between groups, right? A difference between groups. So you're looking at race, ethnicity, all those different things that I talked about. And not all of them at once, but I'm going to show you examples of how to do that. And then the social determinants of health are the things that set things up to be for people to be either successful or not successful. And this is where we find health inequities. So first things first, you put a title slide for your presentation draft. Okay, that's the first slide you do. So give your project a name like healthcare access on the BC campus, opiate crisis in Kern County, food insecurity in East Bakersfield. So do you see what I'm saying? You make a title slide. Second, you define the problem. And what I mean by that is first you have to tell me what food insecurity is. You have to tell me what the opiate crisis is. You have to tell me what the diabetes problem is. And so here's an example. I'm focusing in on the health disparity of diabetes. I'm going to tell you that diabetes is out of control in the United States. We have a chronic condition. And a lot of people don't know about diabetes. So that's my health disparity. That's my first thing. So for love for you guys, the first to think about, define the problem, identify your health disparity. Okay, and I got a typo there, I'm fixing it. So identify your health disparities. So for me, it's diabetes. I'm going to focus in on that. Then I show the disparities. So you can go to healthykern.org. You can go to census data. You can go to a lot of different data sources that we've been addressing in this class. You can even go to past modules. This is what I ask for when I say, show me a health disparity. We can see that American, Indian, Alaskan Natives have higher rates and percentages of diabetes than other populations. That's a health disparity. Remember, a difference between groups. So I'm showing the disparity. I also can, it's great because I showed you guys this right in my PowerPoint. Now you could drill down, you can find these things. You see, I actually put the link here, and you could drill out to these things. Geographic location is considered a health disparity. So based on where someone lives, that makes them a group of people. So we could see that there's a health disparity between the people who get more diabetes in the Southeast, and we could see diabetes hitting certain places in the Northwest. And so then the big question is, what's it doing in Kern County? So what's going on in Kern County? So we know that diabetes is a problem. So we start to drill down and we start looking at the social determinants of health. And I could tell you that if we go out to kernhealth.org, I bet you I could get a graphic of diabetes rates in Kern County. So why is this an issue? That's your next slide. Why is this an issue? And you say, well, a lot of big things we know that we've seen that, and in one of my slides I talk about this, high diabetes rates is correlated with food insecurity. And so what is food insecurity? So I define it here. Why is this a problem in Kern County? So these are food insecurity rates in Kern County. Yes, I found this off the USDA website. And I put that website, it is actually in your module. So you can find this. A lot of the things that I found are in the module. Now, if you're like, I can't find it, I've looked everywhere. You put the slide in there and you say, I'm struggling to find this. But you need to get rates for Kern County, for Bakersfield. You need to drill down on some data that's specific to Bakersfield or for the area that you're studying. And then you come up with solutions. And so you have a slide for solutions. And so this is one, is healthy markets. And that's something, or putting grocery stores closer to people is another solution. And this is the food insecurity rates and the diabetes, and say, if we put grocery stores nearer to people, they can make more healthier food choices. And so here are some solutions. And then there are my references. So that is one example. But the big thing is that you need to put placeholder slides. So title slide, define the problem, show disparities, why is this an issue, and where is this a problem in Kern County, and solutions. And you'll see that that follows the same kind of format that I have in the module 2. And if you use different titles, as long as you follow this general outline, you're good to go. Okay, so I'm going to hit save. And then the next one I want to show you are examples. Let's see here. Midterm examples. I had one more. There we go. Here's another one. This is what a student did. She defined her project. See, definition. This is even better. I have to say this is a good example. She put the title. She put the definition. She said what it is again. She says why it matters for Kern County. See why this matters. She put a map in for Kern County showing why it matters. Why this matters. The question, the recommendation, works cited. Same process. Okay? And if you ping me, I'll upload these examples in the module, but only if you ping me. Okay? Only if you email me. So you need to watch this and tell me if you want it. All right? All right. So those are 2 examples. So now I'm going to bring you back out to the module. I'm signing in. Sorry about that. Going into my module. Some clicks. Bear with me. And here we go. I'm going to be posting it right here. And if you pull this open, I'm going to say slide 1, define what is the issue, who is impacted. I could say define the problem 1 to 2 slides, who is impacted by the issue, what data would you gather, and where would you go to research this. I'm moving you towards that final product. And if you look at this is your rubric, okay? So this is what you need to do is you need to start setting up your draft. No, you don't need to have it completely done, but you need to start putting in information that's local. And you need to start putting in, I'm going to go find a picture here. I'm going to go look at this. You're creating a draft PowerPoint. All right. If you have any questions, let me know. I will, I'm not going to have a Zoom session on Monday, but I could set one up during the week of to go through when they're due, to go through the drafts and talk through them if you have any questions. And I could do this if you individually Canvas message me, or I could set up a time during the week. But you need to reach out. All right, let me know, because I don't want to do a Zoom session and not have anyone call in. So I really want to make sure it's something you would actually use. All right, have a great week, and let me know if you have any questions.